Okay, so hello and welcome everyone. This is gonna be the finals of the 1v1 tournament of AoA3battles.com. It's gonna be played between Blackstar and GamePower, the latter also known as Eric by some other people. It is a BO5, so the first to win 3 games will take the series and will win 3 major, yes. And also will take the prize, of course, the prize which was made possible by 71, the organizer of this tournament and the owner of the website. Before I forget it, also take a quick look at the site AoA3battles.com for any more information. Okay, so hello and welcome everyone. And also for the 2v2 tournament that is coming up this Sunday, that means tomorrow, where everyone, all skill levels can sign up as long as you get a mate. So, the map pool, let me quickly go through it again. Just so you guys have an idea what is coming up. Great Plains, Saguenay, Himalayas, Patagonia, Painted Desert. That is what we're gonna see. Is that correct? Yep, okay. And this was the bracket so far. You see that Blackstar made it all the way through the winners bracket to the final, and then Eric fell down and made it through the loser bracket also to the final. So, back to the game. Great Plains is going to be the first game, and we see that Blackstar goes for Russia, while Eric goes for French. French is the civilization that Eric plays a lot. It's probably his best civilization in this game. Blackstar usually plays others, but he can play Russia quite okay as well. I think he chose Russia because Great Plains often has a lot of food, and that means with the blockhouses you have you have good options on Great Plains as well. On the other hand, of course, French also has the advantage of the good hunts and the base economy they have, so that doesn't make it easy, but Russia can take map control with their blockhouses. And then it's up to French to, for example, age up for cannons or come with some other kind of push. They didn't devote any civilizations, they had the option to do so, but well, Eric doesn't really play any lame civilization, so there was no need to ban something, I guess, for Blackstar. But Eric didn't ban anything either. So we'll have to see what they're going to play later on. First of all, both took a little bit of coin. Blackstar found 70 coin in addition to that, and GamePower found 70 XP. 140 food for Blackstar, that is quite nice. It will for sure mean that he will be able to press the age up button right after the 14th villager. Oftentimes, especially when you're herding with one villager like this, it will take you like 10 more seconds or something. But that won't be the case here. That means that his 5 Cossacks, if he opts to go for that, will come a little bit faster as well. 320 XP there, something to keep an eye on later. And Eric is going for this 80 wood, which was not scouted by Blackstar yet. So he won't try to steal it. We have still left 60 XP, useless to sheep treasure, at least useless in this point in the game. The cow and this XP treasure. We see that Blackstar is also herding this hunt now. Oh wait, I have of course the UE files. So there we go. Statistics as well, and there you see that Blackstar should be aging right now. There you go. Top one is Blackstar, bottom one is Eric, GamePower. Aging up, so he can do 2 things here. Well, most likely can do 2 things, let me put it like that. Either go for a rush, or go for a little bit more of an economy-based build order, and I think that's what he's gonna do. Make a market, probably get this crate here, build a forward blockhouse somewhere over here for map control, but get some economy upgrades in the market as well. We'll have to see. Eric, of course, starts with the market. It looks like he is going for a trading post. Yes, he is. Yeah, trading post, we see it more and more lately, especially because we, of course, play a lot of observe games, as you've probably seen with in my stream before with these guys. The trading post is just such a good thing for any civilization, but for French, they can easily get a 200 wood in addition when aging up. So it delays their batches by a little bit, but only by a tiny bit, and you get the additional advantage of the trading post and faster shipment. So it's really, really good. We see that he's trying to seize his blockhouse a little bit with his scout. He should be careful not losing it though, but I think he's just going to try to do any damage that he can. Nice move of the villager of Blackstar, but immediately going back to build again. And This hero has to be careful because it's lower in HP, it doesn't want to get trapped, but now it is higher in HP because it got off 2 shots. We see that this little bit of damage already got 140 damage on the little bit of sieging from the scout already got some damage on the blockhouse. The market there, he didn't pick up the coin crate. He of course also had already coin available because he had the coin treasures. So he did hunting dogs so far, and Eric did a very standard hunting dogs, place some mines, and the villager HP upgrade. He is starting with a barracks, that is interesting, versus a French player. Well, on one hand you can say that because of this matchup French players will almost always start musketeers. Okay, this is really odd. This is a 2-rack start, that is just really weird, because if the Russian guy just goes for strelets and a few musketeers perhaps for the 3 hussar shipment, he will just counter the musketeers of GamePower, and since he's not gathering any wood he will be going for musketeers, it seems. The 700 wood can bring up another stable, of course. The thing is that, oh wait, I think he might be going for 2 rexes because his scout is over here, and he sees that Blackstar is going for the greedy build order. 700 wood first, I think. Yes, and no wait, berries first even, and then 700 wood coming after. So he makes 2 blockhouses for map control immediately here, hard to push into as French. And then he goes for the berries card and then 700 wood after to get a very good economy out. Probably gonna do steel traps, or actually I think it was his plan. And maybe Eric is thinking, okay, if you're going to go for a greedy BO like that, I'm going to go for 2 rexes right away, make a lot of musketeers, and then probably after the 4 villagers, there they are, ship 8 crossbowmen and push out into your base here. However, that gives of course Blackstar some time, together with the additional XP he gets over here, to get out a few musketeers. Then he still has the option to ship 13 strelets, 5 Cossacks, etc. So this is very hard to break forward base. Especially with 2 hunts in the back, of course. There you have 700 wood. It is needed to make the houses, and also probably a stable coming up later. Maybe even a training post actually. This scout is decently positioned. It's not that helpful at the moment, but all the hunts are already at Blackstar's town center. So upgrades, let me take a look there. Yeah, we see that Blackstar indeed also did the steel traps now, so that's the very greedy build order, and yeah, going for kind of the max economy you can get, making villages all the time. We see that of course the economy is still in favor of the French. However, Russia makes villages 3 at a time, and that over time will give him the economy advantage. Say from around the 12-minute mark they will have about the same economy, and from that point on the Russian guy will get the advantage if French doesn't make anything happen, or for example ages up for attack advantage. He tries to push out a little bit, but the musketeers from Eric are gonna raid, and they will kill. No, they don't kill 1 villager. Ooh, they will kill, and I'm not sure what he did there. They can also kill a 2nd village on the right side there. Blackstar didn't upgrade his villager HP yet. If he did so, he would have for sure saved this one and perhaps that one. He is gonna go back to deal with this this raid from Eric. Eric will get the stable though. Meanwhile, he is shipping. Meanwhile, he is shipping 700 coin, and that means that it can be used for 2 things: either some hard mass or aging up. I actually think aging up would be a good idea here, because he has the mass to defend, and then he can use his cannons to siege down the blockhouses. If he goes for a big mass in the 2nd age, because while there's no real push coming from the French, from the Russia, sorry, he only makes it harder, because the setup for Russia is so good at this point with the berries card, the steel trap upgrade, that he can really mass hard from this point on. It's just spamming hard from now on, from 2 rexes. Still a very nice raid here. That's also why he's adding a stable. He forgot to build his house, by the way. The stable will help him to make some Cossacks and deal with this raid. Shipping 5 Cossacks as well. And I think soon he's looking to push. Also, he's probably looking to push because he wants to prevent any aging from Eric. And Eric ships 700 food. That indicates that he's probably not aging up. There the armies are going to greet. Of course, keep in mind that Blackstar's units are weaker. He has almost the same number, but the musketeers are weaker than the French musketeers. And he has a very good position here with 2 blockhouses. And that's 2 blockhouses doing 30 damage each. continuously versus the whole army, and of course spamming a lot. Stralis in the back doing effective damage versus the musketeers as well. I don't like this from Eric. I actually really think that he should have aged and not mass. If you recognize this BO, you have a small time window to age up, and you're totally fine to defend with Minutemen, villagers, and town center fire, and then you can still age up from that and push out with the units that you have. Skirmish Dragoon is such a strong thing, but he's doing not, so he's not doing so. Maybe he can use his 8 crossbowmen or Minutemen even now. Actually, I would just, not sure what Blackstar is doing. I would even use Minutemen at this point. Shipping 3 Hussars, I would really like to see actually, yeah. Okay, 3 Hussars is good to slow this army down. He has a lot of musketeers in the back, they can do all the damage while the Hussars just slow them down. But 8 crossbowmen do so good versus the musketeers based army of Blackstar that I think that would have been a little bit of a better shipment. Anyway, he will be able to slow down his army because of 3 Hussars, so that is actually still a good job. And you see that the economy is still ahead for the French player, but soon I think Blackstar skipped villagers. Of course he lost 2 villagers also, but I think that he skipped villager production for a little bit there. The raiding of Eric is nice as well, and now he will be able to probably take out 1 Rex. But what Blackstar should be doing, as he's doing right now, delay him as much as possible. If he is attacking these units here from Eric, Eric can't just siege. However, he is gonna well, to be honest, he has 2 Huns. I doubt they really backherded both of them. It could be that one of them backherded, but I think it just might have misshot one of them. I don't really think 2 can backherd though, but was it over or not? Well, he skipped a few villages. You see it's 25 versus 28, but 28 is actually like 34 because of the villager advantage. However, I think he, yeah, it is the French guy has an advantage, but he can still make units from the blockhouse 2 at a time. Blockhouse is doing a lot of damage as well, and keep in mind that Eric used all his food and gold shipments, so he's not able to age fast. He's not able to use them to spam fast any more units, so it's only his normal eco that he relies on. Yeah, so I don't think it was really over yet, but yeah, Eric definitely had the advantage. Blackstar could micro this a little bit, you know, like shooting, go back and let the blockhouse do the damage. But okay, he gives up. That means it's 1-0 for Eric now. So we go into the second game, being played on Saturday. Yes. And there we see that, oh, because he won with French, he has to change his civilization, and Blackstar goes for Ottomans, because no civilizations were devoted. Because there's no devotion, so no civilization devotion, so Blackstar can go for Ottomans here. Let me quickly check if everything goes alright. No lag here, some have lag. If you have lag, then it is your connection, you need to fix that. For me it wasn't lagging, for other people it's not lagging either, so fix your connection. So, second game, they changed it up a little bit here and there, but in the end it's going to be India for Blackstar versus British from Eric, GamePower. Nice matchup. What we probably see is Blackstar going for the C. So my guess is that he's going for an defensive aggro fort, or well, defensive, like somewhere in this where the map gets smaller, that point of in center, an aggro fort to defend his C. Maybe even move move his villages towards the sea and play it out from there. Eric then, as British, has the option to take full control of the land, take 3 trading posts, take control of the herds and the gold mines over there on the bottom, and or actually he could of course go for sea as well, but he doesn't often do that, so I don't think he will. 40 wood so early, nice one for India. Regarding the map, we see actually that this is quite in favor of Eric. Not only does Black has no, this is a decent second hunt, herdable, this one as well. But he has 1 mine and there's no second mine anywhere near. Usually there's one on top or somewhere like here. Eric has the second hunt good, third hunt good spot, and 1, 2, 3 is gold mines, so that is really a good map for him. The fact that Blackstar does have a second mine really sucks. However, he has the hunts in a decent position, and I also say that you also always have to play according to the map. So if you have a bad map, then you either have to go for example, C, or for a rush and take map control. It is not a rehost argument here, I think. Maybe if he didn't spot a gold mine, but he's probably thinking it should be somewhere somewhere else. Anyway, they both start with a livestock pen. British can use it for sheeps, and the India guy can task his cows on there. Oh, sorry, his sheeps on there to generate more XP. So what have we found here? Blackstar 40 wood, I mentioned that already. GamePower found 80 food. That's nice. That actually can mean that he might be going for 1 villager less age up, because he doesn't know yet if Blackstar's gonna rush or not. If he's gonna rush, then it's nice to be aged up faster. If he doesn't rush, it's still nice to be aged up faster, because you can faster get your tech, your market, your upgrades, etc. We have a villager from Blackstar that is not a villager from a treasure. Okay, he thinks, yeah. Okay, he has the option to rehost one time if he doesn't like the map. I think this herd moved a little bit more down. I think it was at the trading post when I first saw it. But this is quite shit for him, that's true. And also, as I said, the mine, so I think he scouted enough of it to see that it's not really working out. Yeah, okay, so out, quickly go to the next game, or actually the rehost of this one. I think he is in his right to rehost this. It was not so good map for him. Okay, so a rehost there. Matchup's going to be the same, of course. British versus India. That means that my introduction previously still holds, and I'm not going to do that again. I'll be right back quickly for a drink. Okay, back again. So, yeah, this is actually how the map should look. One herd for him, second one actually a little bit far from him. But at least he has one big herd. Blackstar didn't even have one big herd close. This is herdable, though, yeah, a bit farther than I hoped, but anyway, it's herdable. Blackstar has this one close by, and this one herdable as well. And here's the second gold mine, which he really missed last time, as well as the third one here over there. Now that we see, though, that the gold mines are quite sucky for Eric, because he has one very far here, none on top and none in the bottom here, only this in this direction. So yeah, I think still that Blackstar is going to go for C. We have to check the decks. Did he already pick a deck? No C deck. Okay, that's nice. No C laming there. That means it's going to be a land game. That means he will for sure place a forward aggro fort somewhere over here, and that in turn means that if Eric doesn't hurt this on time, yeah, that's really going to be shitty because he has no gold mine except for the first one. You can of course still go for Longman Pikeman, but you need Hussars if India goes for Gurkhas. So we'll see how he's going to do this. Looking at his deck, there is no deck. Then I have some time to configure the map again. There we go. Also this time they start with a plantation instead of a livestock pen. It's hard to say if the livestock pen would really favor either one, because British gets the faster fed and sheeps. On the other hand, India civilization gets faster XP from the start on, so maybe a little bit in favor of India. But he's already. Oh, is he going for a 10-10? Let me see. Yes, he's making 10 villages, no more. So I think he's going for a 10-10 rush. He's probably looking for a place to put down his aggro fort. As we see, he's already on 840 food there. A little bit of a delay, but he found a spot. There are probably trees and treasure and training posts blocking him. So we see a forward aggro fort, 10 villages. Now he's going to make a house. So this is kind of an all-in-ish rush, which Eric should recognize, I think. Did Eric have... he found a coureur de bois. That's nice. Oh, Blackstar also found 90 food, by the way. That means that, of course, he is a little bit faster to put down his aggro fort as well. Nicely guarding back the sheep towards his town center. And also working on getting this hunt away from Eric. Eric now working on this hunt. I hope he's also going to work on that hunt as well. Mark it for some line of sight. This hunt is already claimed by Blackstar, meaning that Eric won't be able to get this unless he pushes it on the aggro fort. Meanwhile, the deck of Eric has the option to still go for C. He doesn't do it often, but it's a tournament game, so who knows. He has the C card as well as the caravels. And Blackstar, yeah, I did see that right? Yes, he didn't have any C card in his deck. So hurting this one, and again I hope that was too early. I hope we realize it and we'll shoot it again. I hope he's really gonna send one villager because he will need that hunt later on. A nice house here for the line of sight. I hope he's gonna make one more house here, then he has total line of sight on this part of the map. Maybe even a small wall is versus the rush, but then he would see any units coming from Blackstar towards his town center. 150 coin from Blackstar. Nice treasure, of course. What did Eric find in the meantime? Not much, actually. His hero is still on decent HP. Maybe he's going to go for the 60 foot one. There you have Eric aging up before Blackstar. That means that Eric skipped. Yeah, he had the coureur de bois, of course, so that helped in his food gathering. And of course, Blackstar got a little bit delayed there. The tower is going to be put at his town center, very defensive, because he knows some kind of rush is coming in. And if we see the shipments... Oh, Blackstar did make a market. Oh no, wait, of course, that's the standard upgrade India starts with. Elephants were doing a little bit of damage to the tower that was building, and now he's working on that hunt. That's a good thing there. Making a Rex, that's all standard, of course, as well, because you expect a rush, so you're going to start with infantry. I think he's going to start with, I think Longbowmen actually, seeing the villagers. 5 Longbowmen plus Minutemen will hold versus and push, especially since he ships 5 sepoys instead of camels. I'm not saying that he should ship camels, but camels of course make it hard for Longbowmen. He has his elephants alive still, and they will do good versus Longbowmen because they can go melee and they can stomp them and they can perhaps paralyze Longbowmen for a short period of time. Blackstar has to make something happen. He has a low economy behind this. He's going for a rush with the 5 sepoys, so if he doesn't make anything happen in, like, let's say a minute or a minute and a half, then this is already a disadvantage for him and Eric is in a better position. He makes a market, so it's not as all-in-ish, and Eric made 4 musketeers. creating some kind of wall there with the buildings. That's nice. Responding on time, I think. Okay, he's not. Lose one villager. But the sappers are gonna lose quite some HP to a tower and a town center, so not sure if it's worth a trade. I think Eric is overbooming a little bit here, to be honest. Where are the longbow? He's gonna need some longbow. The musketeers are just gonna run away for now. This house has to be finished and this herd has to be re-herded towards his town center. Blackstar, of course, scouted the map, saw that he is herding over here, and that's why he was trying to push in a little bit on that side. Musketeers now dealing with the elephants, but that means that they will be slowed down and paralyzed as well. That means that the sepoy will kill all of them probably, because they will get slowed down by the elephants. And 5 musketeers going a little bit down the waist. Gurkhas being mixed in, and these musketeers, I'm not sure what they're doing. They should be going, yes, they are going back, luckily on time. But he's now going to mix in Gurkhas. Still has, of course, the sepoy shipment available, but he first went to go for the 600 wood, probably for a market upgrade and the houses. Upgrades, there we go, yes, market upgrades. Mark going down for the British guy who only has gangster and hunting dogs. So if you want some additional upgrades, he has to rebuild a market. He's not going for water either, so that means he has no 7. Oh, he does have 700 food. Okay, interesting deck. Yeah, he's gonna find the villagers, and he's gonna lose another villager. Eric, what are you doing? This tower should be microed on a low HP sepoy here, and this house is still not finished. Eric is playing a little bit sloppy, I would say, not as he could play, and I think he definitely has to mix in longbowmen. India has not the best cavalry, and he doesn't have. He's now adding a consulate. He doesn't even have a stable. That's why longbowmen are so effective versus sepoy. The Gurkhas will be able to micro their way versus musketeers, so you really need something more than just musketeers. There we have 6 longmen being shipped. That's a nice addition as well. And I guess that he is making hussars. Let's see what he has in queue. No hussars in queue. Okay. Longmen are using their range, and now he's making some more longmen from his racks. Finally, that's good. And now he can use his villages probably again on this herd and hopefully get it a little bit closer. He's pushing out because he wants to use his range as much as he can. I'm not sure if he scoured this side of the map, but otherwise he might go here to take down the villager. But no, he's not. He's first trying to take down some of this army HP. Longbow have of course 22 range versus only 18 of Gurkhas, so they will be able to use their range quite optimal here. As you see him taking down a few sepoys, that means that this indicates 2 things, by the way. Not only, first of all, if you use your longbowman range to take down any units, that's just a normal way of playing. But if you are microing specifically on sepoys, it probably indicates that you might have hussars on the way, and that means that Blackstar should be thinking about adding some more anti-cavalry anytime soon. He already did ship his 5 sepoys, so the only anti-cavalry that he has for now is 3 camels, or making 4 camel shipment, or making camels, but he only adds a caravanserai, which is stable for them right now. Regarding shipments, he did ally the Ottomans, but he doesn't have the export shipment yet, so that means that he can only do either the hussars or the villagers from the consulate. He's gonna take down a house, so no more line of sight for Eric. And Eric's gonna use a longman again to pick off a Gurkha there. Nicely done. Can do another one if he's on time. He's not gonna show his hussars. I think that's a good move. I think that Blackstar didn't scout the stable yet. Though seeing this kind of army, you should probably be expecting that Eric has some units invested in something else, either sea or hussars. In this case, hussars is the most likely option. 600 wood, 700 wood shipped. No, oops. 5 villagers, 600 wood, 6 longmen. That's a very standardish order for. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing, by the way. He allied Ottomans, but he shipped 300 export. And now he ships 4 camels, and he made 4 camels. So good that Eric now has some anti-cavalry mixed in, and also of course his hussars serve as anti-cavalry as well. This is a nice micro battle going on. See what you can get done with longbowmen, and only engage at the last moment with your musketeers and hussars. It looks like the longmen are doing quite good. Hussars should be pulled back here. Longmen are gonna be focused on the camels first, and now more hussars come in, and that means that Eric should be able to take this, or at least push forward, and Blackstar should be going back towards the Agger fort. I'm wondering if he will use his Ottoman ally to ship 3 hussars. Oh no, he's using it from here. That's also a good. Yeah, it's okay. But Eric has a lot of infantry shooting at the back. He still has his musketeers alive because Blackstar is not doing an optimal job shooting at the musketeers. That means his musketeers can be used towards the camels. And that means that this fight is still going in favor of Eric, I would say. However, he's going back because of the Longman, it seems. I mean, because of the Minutemen. Of course, they degenerated in HP, so why not go back and come back 30 seconds later. I think that Blackstar could have done a little bit better microing his Gurkhas on the musketeers so that his camels would do a little bit better. But all in all, that was quite a decent trade for both of them, quite a fair trade, I would say. And you see that at some point Eric has to take map control again because after this hunt here, of which he has like let's say 1200 left, then he needs more hunts, more map. He's going for a raid. Did he scout the villager? I think he does, and now he's going to get it. Oh, actually, did he? He must have scouted this before with his hero, so he must see that this animal is dead here, meaning that the villager is gathering. Why is he moving there already? Okay, careful there. He has to run because his army is over there. That means he has to leave one hussar behind and run with the other two, which exactly is what he is doing now. This kind of triggers him to push, but he can't just push into the aggro fort so at this point in time. He shipped 700 coin. I think that is not for aging but for some more mass. We have to see what he's gonna do about it. If he's gonna train new hussars, it's gonna be for the mass. Otherwise he might be thinking of aging up for 2 cannons, etc. Especially because he is low on map control, and that means that aging up might be a good option. No trading post yet though. No, he made 5 hussars, so he's not gonna age up. 700 food as well, so he's gonna ship and mass. Careful with his 2 hussars. Okay, he's gonna lose one for sure and the other one as well. Nice that Blackstar went there. I'm not sure actually why Blackstar went in this direction. How could he know that Eric's hussars were idle on that side? He has no line of sight there, but maybe he just guessed it, I don't know. Not sure if he's streaming. Second Rex coming up. Of course he has a lot of resources available. And maybe he's going into a more Longman, Pikeman based army, but he really needs map control at some point. We see that the score advantage goes to Eric for now, but I think that's a little bit of an inflated score, and I think it's quite equal actually. He gets off quite some nice shots there. Let me see here. He used the villagers from the consulate. So actually Eric is a little bit ahead in economy. And Blackstar soon will have also 3 hussars from his consulate available. Regarding improvements, he doesn't have that many upgrades, but neither does Eric. Nice that he mixes in some Zemburek for these hussars. I really like that. Zemburek are quite strong. There we have 3 hussars from the consulate. And actually I think Eric should be very, very careful. I'm not sure if he should be pushing in at this point. Villagers being idle should be moved somewhere else. I don't like that he's pushing in so close to the Agra, and yeah, he goes back for now. He has to be really, really careful. The Agra does so much damage, 25-3 area. Soon he will have 600 more food from his ships. He's trying to get off any shots with his Longman that he can before he's gonna really engage. And yeah, quite good micro, putting some of the musketeers in front, but there are so many Gurkhas taking down the musketeers, and the hussars should be in front, blocking the camels, not in the back, joining so late. This is still going good for Eric because there's not enough anti-cavalry, and I hope he's microing his Longman on the Zemburek here. He's doing not, so he's trying to do. The Zemburek do so much damage versus the hussars. He is not really microing his Longman on the Zemburek. And now he loses all his hussars. I think he could have engaged it a little bit better with the hussars in the front and then the musketeers in melee, so that the Gurkhas would have done less good versus the infantry army of Eric. And now this is really really tough because he's outmassed in by Gurkhas, and that means while he's busy taking down the Zembureks, which are now going to put in melee mode, the Gurkhas will take down the rest of this army. Yeah, good game. Even a mill there, as you see. He didn't go for C. He does have the C card, so he could have made a dog and went for C there. I'm not sure why he did not. I'm not. Oh, of course, when the game is over, I can't see anymore the shipments. That sucks. Yeah, good game. Well played by Blackstar. Of course, when I say that the micro wasn't optimal, you always have to keep in mind that we are humans after all, and it's not always possible to micro everything 100% optimal. So, but that the fact that his hussars were blocked by the gold mine and were not all engaged because half of them were in the back, that means that he has far less output damage in total than he could have had. Yeah, I thought he would pick a C deck, but as he said there, he took the wrong deck. Map is gonna be... Because this map that ASM made, I have all these additional observer futures, and they are really nice. However, he didn't make those map yet for the remaining maps in the pool for this BO5. So then I just removed this UI file because it seems to slightly lag the game if you're not using an UI map from ASM, but another observer map. So that's why I have to restart Age of Empires and do it like this. So it's currently it's 1-1 in this BO5. Let me quickly put up the star board thing. By the way, quick update, the recorded games are now online. You can click here probably on more recorded games, and there you can find the recorded games of the tournament so far. It seems that they uploaded them into a nice overview here. My games will, of course, also the games that I streamed will also be. You can download them here. The games that I streamed will also be on my YouTube. That is youtube.com/. Oh, that's the wrong one. YouTube.com/. What am I doing? YouTube.com/VennyVrivici. There you can find the recorded games. And I was about to bring up the starboard. 1-1. Show scoreboard. There we go. Okay, so third game, it's 1-1, BO5. It's going to be German versus Dutch. It's quite interesting that GamePower picks Dutch here. He can also play German. I would have expected him to just German mirror Blackstar, but I'm not sure if he doesn't feel confident or think that he has a better chance with Dutch now and use German in the next games. I believe he also plays Russia, so he still has options there. He can use Brits, by the way, again, because he lost with British. so British is still an option for him. So Himalayas might be a little bit of a new map for you guys, but it is a nice map overall. We see that it is quite equal in the hunts. The hunts are always quite far on this map. One hunt there for Blackstar and the other one there. One hunt there for Eric, second one and third one. Yeah, there's always these hills which are sometimes in the way. He is going for 80 coin, and he also has another 80 coin there. That's nice. 90 wood there as well as 80 food. So a lot of good treasures for Blackstar to get. Eric has 90 wood there, but not going for that yet. He first goes for the coin treasure, probably because then he has to get a less coin and can age up faster. After that, he has 80 foot or 75 foot if he has. Hasn't scouted, of course, yet, so still has to go there. But oh wait, I think he has scouted because, of course, he has the envoy, the second scout of the Dutch guy. 150 coin to keep an eye on later. And Blackstar is not going this way. He goes for a scouting pad like this, I guess. That means all these nice treasures will be available for him later on. He now finds another 40 wood. And Eric is working on this 90 wood treasure. I was wondering where my sound was, but it still is back again. This sounds about right. So 90 wood for him, that's a nice addition, of course. Allows him to get his bank up faster, which is something that Dutch needs to do while they're aging up. Meanwhile, Blackstar returning back like this scouting pattern here. Is he going to work on the monkey treasure? No, it looks like he is still going for more scouting and hopefully see and find this 90 wood treasure. About strategies, I think that a rush is maybe not the best thing versus Dutch, because they can do quite. Yeah, you should always read the rules before you sign up for a tournament, of course, silly guys. What I was about to say is that the Dutch can defend pretty well with skirmisher, pikemen and hussars versus a civilization that doesn't have musketeers, such as German. So a crossman pikeman rush is not the best thing, I would say. I guess he's going for some kind of semi-FF, probably with a trading post, because it makes German so strong. And I think actually that the Dutch guy is going to do something similar. So skirmisher Reuter versus skirmisher war wagon plus some Uhlans is probably what we're going to see. We saw that Blackstar did the same thing actually versus Tonkatu's Dutch early in this tournament in the winner brackets. That ended in a win for him. We have to see how Eric is gonna play out this matchup. Blackstar did find the 90 wood, but also Eric found another 85 wood. So actually in treasures it's quite fair for now. Leaving this 80 foot left there, leaving it 80 foot over there and the 75 foot over there. Hero HP, we see that actually Eric micro did quite a lot better. He has not lost so much HP. Lol. Oh, did I make a mistake there? No, he won with it. Yeah. You can play it again if you lose with it, but he won versus Russia, and you can't play the winning civilization twice in the same BO, that is. So he can't play it. So I think that has been a confusion after a lose, as he says. So I'll clear that up afterwards. A lot of villages on wood for the market, of course, and yeah, for the the training post is going to be on top. I'm not sure if he knew it, but the wagon was coming down from there, so the fact that he builds it there means that he will get the training post XP already, instead of that he would have to wait for it. I always like on this map to make a training post either on top or on bottom, because the middle is always the direct attacking path from your opponent towards your base, which is of course riskier to lose your training post. It's interesting that he makes it here, because it's closer towards the town center of GamePower, but then again GamePower hasn't scouted that yet. No additional UI features for me here, so I have to just do it from what I see. 400 wood age up, that's standard. Second bank going up. He made one in transition to the second age, and he also made the second bank now from the age up wood. And that's actually a nice strategy versus German, because he's going for a stable, and that means that you don't have to worry about a rush. So any economy advantage you can sneak in early on is always something you want to do. And he's probably going to add another bank of this, and then either a Rex or a stable. Actually, you can go maybe for even 2 banks, lol, because Blackstar is not going aggressive. 3 war wagon settler wagon shipments. 2 Ulans going to be used to snipe down this hero who's going to scout his base, and then of course going to be used for a raid. Rex going up. So he has 2 options now. Shipping the bank wagon and age up by just gathering everything, or shipping coin and age up really fast, or save a shipment for the 3rd age. That is actually 3 options. 5 Ulans being made with the 2 from the shipment. To actually 5 being made, 7 Ulans there. He's gonna take this coin treasure and then raid some more. The thing is, Blackstar has a trading post, so he can ship 700 coin first to age up faster, but after that I really think he has to ship 700 wood. He can of course save his shipment and gather the wood for the houses in and save a shipment for the 3rd age and ship skirmishers faster. On the other hand, you really get house so early with German because of all the shipments you spam and the Ulans you get, and there we have it, 700 wood first. I think 700 coin aging up and 700 wood after is a little bit better. A few pikemen being made, 600 wood being shipped, so this probably for the pikemans. I'm not sure what this village is doing, he has to be very careful here. These Ulans are trading so-so, but he's gonna lose 2 if Eric micros correctly, and especially if he's gonna go that way. But he's probably gonna go for the villages, and we see that the Rex, the 3 and the 2 banks are doing a nice job in blocking this off, and then the pikemen come out the exact good moment and the exact good spot. And they will fend off the Ulans, and this villager will probably be able to slip off between here. Yes, he will, and that means that he's going to be saved also. And actually the Blackstar lost too much there, more than he needed. Not over, of course, the game is still going on. Okay, he's going for a Rex. I'm not sure why I didn't cover this, but I totally forgot it. Doppelsoldner Ulans beat Dutch in the 2nd age. With a trading post behind it. That's actually what I've been showing on my stream before already. If you play it correctly, Doppelsoldner Ulans should win. However, I felt that he gives GamePower a little bit more time than he should. So this looks to me that he might just be going for a good setup for the 3rd age after all. And spam skirmisher warwagon still. If you go a little bit more aggressive and do some damage with the raiding, then it can really be useful, Doppelsoldner Ulan, because Dutch just doesn't have anything good to deal with both of their units coming in melee mode versus them. The skirmishers have to run from the Ulans, and the Doppelsoldner then actually just take down the pikemen. So if you micro it correctly, use the shipment, 3 Doppelsoldner, 8 crossbowmen, etc., it's going to be really hard for the Dutch guy. But we don't see anything like that happening here. Probably because the distance on this map is quite big as well. It's not like Great Plains, for example. So that means this Ulan is gonna die. And he took down a trading post also. Did he ship 8 pikemen? Yeah, oh, now I can see the post game. So yes, he did. No, he did not. That is 4 being made. 0 to... No, he didn't ship pikemans yet. He just made pikemans. I like that he made pikemans with the 600 wood and take down a trading post of German. And now we ship 700 food. It's probably to age up faster. Let me take a quick look at the economy tab. Unspent resources 1100, so he is aging up anytime soon. He's gonna find a settler wagon. I have no idea if his scout how he finds the settler wagon. Did his scout run through there? Did you saw a blue mini dot on the map? Let me know. Anyway, this settler wagon is going down to pikemen, which is always a hilarious thing to see. 8 skirmishers being shipped, plus 3 Ulans for free, of course, so there you go. Blackstar spreading out his settler wagons a little bit here and there on the coin mines. Actually, that is something I know he often does, and that could be that Eric also knows it, and that's why he scouted the gold mines. There we have Eric aging up, and now he can go for his Reuter skirmisher combination. I think in the end that is advantageous for advantageous is the Dutch guy has an advantage because micro wise Reuters are so much easier. However, German still has the shipments and the 3 Ulans, but he has no more trading post. The fact that he has no more trading post is going to matter a lot, really. Let me take a quick look at the economy count, villager population. We see that Blackstar is ahead there, but that's of course logical. If we take a look at resources gathered, we see that Eric is a little bit ahead because of the 3 banks he had so early. Careful with the pikemen, he doesn't want to lose them, but Blackstar made 5 war wagons, by the way. So I think Eric's gonna ship 8 skirmishers, make 5, and He has to be careful because if the Dutch guy is not having enough anti-cavalry, then he can suddenly die into, for example, the 3 Uhlans and 9 Uhlans shipped. However, Eric is going for, Blackstar is going for 7 skirmishes, not 9 Uhlans. And Eric is gonna try to micro a little bit. Eric has very nice micro, he focuses on it. Let me bring up the alt key here so you can see what these guys are actually doing. 5 more skirmishes being added in the mix there. It's a nice setup here. It's kind of a wall for the skirmishers to hide, saving his pikemen as well. Actually, he is gonna try to win the skirmisher battle. Both of them, of course, have 8 and 7 skirmishes in this third age. Blackstar being ahead there already, with shipping his skirmishes earlier, but he seems to not be making them continuously. Eric has to go back here. This is too much of a mess for Blackstar right now. So he has to go back to a more defensive position, trying to snipe off anything that he can. But he's running out of food, and the problem is that as long as Blackstar is containing him, Eric has no map control, so he can still gather from this gold mine, which is protected by the trees and the wall from his buildings, but he has to gather berries instead of, for example, this the faster animals there. Reuter, and I hope and I think he's gonna ship 8 skirmishes, 7 skirmishes now. He should be doing so soon. Nicely target fire from the town center on the low HP war wagons, it seems, although there are 3 low HP ones. So he's going in. That means something is on the way. Either Minutemen, there we have it, or 8 skirmishers. Otherwise he wouldn't be going in. And this is nice because Blackstar overcommitted. He went in too far, I feel, and actually should put in 10 villages again to use town center damage. The Reuter should be focus fired on the war wagon because they do bonus damage for his cavalry, while the skirmishers should be focused on 7 more skirmishes, nicely put there on the right side of the town center. 2 more skirmishes here, which are maybe stuck, but he's able to take down a few war wagons, I think. And now he can really push out and take some more map control. Blackstar still doesn't have a trading post, by the way. But if we take a quick look, while Eric is nicely chasing down the skirmishes of Blackstar, another 45 XP. If you take a quick look here at the shipments, no improvements, we see that Blackstar did 3 improvements. That is herding, first food, first gold, maybe the second food upgrade, not sure. I don't think he did the wood upgrade, to be honest. Let me see if he did villager HP. No, he didn't, so there's probably a second food upgrade. This is now an advantage for Eric because he has the skirmisher advantage. He has more skirmishers, so he can win this sniping off battle. However, Eric has to be careful because Blackstar is looking for an opportunity to really go chase this down like he's doing now. Use the Uhlans to slow down the skirmishers, while the skirmishers and the war wagons in the back, these are being idle, are doing a lot of good damage here. And these Uhlans, of course, are going to get sniped off. He upgraded them nicely, by the way. They're, of course, going to get sniped off by the Reuter, but they did slow down his army, so the skirmishers could do more damage. Imagine if the 4 war wagons had been there as well, doing damage all the time as well versus the skirmishers. It might have changed the battle a little bit. So far, this was quite an even trade again between these very 2 good players here in 1-on-1. He's now trying to hurt this one and bring it a little bit closer. I think Blackstar saw it. Of course, he scouted this before, so he's probably going to try to pressure on this side. However, quite a lot of Reuters now, so the second 8 Uhlan shipment, it was the 9th 8 Uhlan shipment you saw before, the second one won't be that useful because they're now quite... That means actually from here I would really like to see Eric going for only skirmishers, or maybe even adding a second Rex. If he is able to win the skirmisher war, he now has enough Reuters to just fend off any Uhlans and war wagons. The skirmisher count goes to... Well, this is tough. I think Blackstar has like 1 or 2 more skirmishers. So if you micros it correctly, you should be able to take this. Keep in mind that as soon as Eric has a good number of skirmishers in the 3rd age, he can also use the skirmisher HP and attack card, which will give him another advantage in the skirmisher war over German. But I think he is... Yeah, what is he doing? He has to be... I'm not sure actually. There's not any cannons, obviously. Adding a market now. What is he gonna do? No bank yet because he has to. He was pressured all the time, so he couldn't really go for the economy. He has to be careful because Eric is now gonna push on the Huns there, and that means that he will, if he micros correctly, he will snipe off 2 or maybe 3 villagers. But he is not. Oh, luckily there was 1 villager. That means he should be alarmed and micro these or run these villagers back on time. Maybe he's gonna lose 1 more villager. It seems like Blackstar is now going ahead in economy because of all the villages that he has. Let me quickly bring that up for you guys. He's catching up. Okay, the economy advantage still goes for Eric, but Blackstar is catching up rapidly. He ships 8 Ulans, still no trading post, and with some nice micro. Ooh, the Ulans are doing so good damage because of the Reuters blocking the path from the skirmishers to run to the back. That's a little bit of a misstep by Eric there. I like that he's mixing in his SARs. But he's running out of anti-cavalry. No more war wagons, no more Ulans to block the hussars. And that means that this is... Oh, a fort wagon from Eric. But that means that Eric can do quite some nice damage though here. However, he has to run back because skirmishers counter these Reuters, and he doesn't have enough to deal with this Ulan mass here. So I'm not sure where the fort wagon is going to be honest. This hero scouts the fort wagon. Okay, the fort wagon is going there, but it's only protecting a hunt, not even protecting a mine. Why doesn't he put it like somewhere over here, now that he's pushing Blackstar back? I don't really get why the fort wagon should be... What's the use of just one hunt? I don't think that's the best thing. I would have put it somewhere over here, although of course you can say that Blackstar is pushing so much that it's hard to put it there. But then, for example, push it like... I don't know, put it over here, then you have at least a gold mine and this hunt. Doesn't seem like the best position to me. Somehow Eric is still pushing. Okay, he made 4 more hussars. If he micros the rider correctly on the Ulans, then these hussars will do a lot of damage to these skirmishers. Microing a low HP Ulan nicely to the back. This is a 3 war wagon shipment, I expect. And there we see that it's all quite even trades to be honest so far, but it's now going a little bit in favor of Blackstar. There's no anti-cavalry yet. He has 4 banks. Did he ship or did he make a bank? I'm not sure. But these villages should be put on the foot over there because they're now all idle. Yes, he's going in for a raid, I think. Okay, he has no more gold. That's the problem for him. He's using the hussars to block off the Ulan's raiding, but that means that the hussars will be killed by the war wagons. Using a skirmish now to target the war wagon, but of course a 500 HP war wagon will take quite some shots to be killed. And Blackstar has total map control because of the continuous push from him. Eric just has to defend his base, and that means that Blackstar can just gather whatever he wants to. Yeah, the trees helped him early on blocking off Ulans and stuff, but now the trees are blocking in himself because he made his wrecks there, so this is just a full wall from here to here. So early on it helped him, now it's blocking him. That's a decision you have to make. And there we have villages gathering together. That will mean that Blackstar indeed will go for that right away to raid on the villages here of Eric. I think that he's actually lacking a mine like somewhere here, or lacking a mine somewhere here. I felt that there should have been a mine on this side, closer. Like this one should have been, for example, here, but these villagers will die. I'm not sure why he's sending his hussars, because he knows that there should be war wagon on the way as well. So yeah, he still has 4 banks, but he's running out of mines to gather from. And now that means that the economy advantage definitely goes to Blackstar. If you see that there are 1, 2, 3, like 7 villages killed, and there we see Blackstar catching up and actually taking over the economy lead from Eric. Eric did scout this mine before, so he's going for it, but nice by Blackstar. It's already mined out because he used his settler wagons there early on. Nice little small move that will help later on, as you see now. He has a mine available here, but he can't gather from it really. So, and actually going for hussars, yeah, mixing in like 5 hussars may be worth it, but having so many war wagons as German, they will just be able to, combined with the 3 Ulans you get every shipment, they can just block off so few hussars. So if you have a big mass, it might be worth it, but in these small amounts, I think skirmisher hussars is actually the better combination to go for. So good game, 2-1 for Blackstar. Thank you everyone for tuning in for this tournament made possible by 71, making the website, donating the money to the prize money for a tournament, and then I of course help to cast such a nice effort. '71. Maybe you have to clear up something here. If Blackstar agrees with GamePower going for French, then it's up to you to agree with that or not. The rules, I think, say it shouldn't. So 71, help us clearing it up here.
Are you ready?
A little bit of an unclearness here.
Are you ready?
Okay, so it's gonna be French mirror. Blackstar agrees with it. He doesn't mind if Eric plays French, so then we can go here. Let me bring up the starboard again and go for the next
Are you
map.
ready?
Yeah, so we're still trying to clear this all up, guys. Just hold on.
Yes. Yes.
Zing!
Okay, so it's gonna be Aztecs versus Portuguese, it looks like, on Patagonia, and afterwards we have Painted Desert as the last one. If it's needed, of course, because this is a BO5. So that means if Blackstar wins this next game, he will take it 3-1. Okay, so I think it didn't change. That means, why does the starboard disappear? So, Patagonia, a lot of sea of course on the map. A lot of sea here, so it's likely that Aztecs especially will go for sea somewhere. Portuguese can do the same thing though, with the town centers and stuff. However, it's always hard to play regarding the civilization rule, by the way, it's a common rule for every tournament. The idea is just that you get more variation and there's not a one-trick pony thing, and with that I mean that one player just plays one civilization the whole time in a tournament, which just is not as nice to watch, and also means that actually if you are a good player you should be able to play more civs on a high level, I think, and most others think so as well. So anyway, what I was saying is that Aztecs on sea is quite hard to deal with. However, Portuguese is strong as well with the additional town center for support also. This map of course has quite low resources on land, as you can see here. 2 mines for both players, actually 3 for Blackstar. No third for Eric, the third one is quite far. There is quite a short distance between both 2 town centers, or well, actually not that short to be honest. I thought it was a little bit shorter. But it is also about who gets control of the center. Of course, Aztecs can go for a warhead here and still play aggressive if they need to. So they can get control of this part, and then they can still go for sea. However, if Aztec doesn't, then I think the Portuguese will probably put his town center somewhere here. But it's really, really risky because Aztecs can still, of course, age up fast and use 6 pikemen and siege down your town center or make it very low HP. So it's gonna be hard what he does, because actually this map looks like a little bit bug. Usually there's another hunt here, another hunt here. So actually this is Eric's second hunt and this is his third, so actually the map seems to not be the best map here. They can of course rehost if they want to, but usually there's a hunt over here. I'm not sure why it's missing for both of them. So Eric found a Native American warrior. Also found 60 foot, and now gonna get 90 foot. That's all of course very nice in the mix. This will help him, of course, tackle down the hero of Aztecs. And we see that Blackstar is gonna bring back that hunt towards town center. I'm curious to see if Blackstar will go for some kind of forward base or not. If you take a look at the decks, we see that Blackstar indeed has a sea deck here, but he still has the option to go for a rush, for example, with... actually, he does have a sea deck, but he has no ships in the second and third age. In the third age he has, but he has no ships in the second age. No canoes. You can just make them, of course. He has still the option to rush with this deck. And there we see Portuguese, also sea deck, cheaper boats, gathering, and ships. Now trying to work on his villager. He should use the crack shot on this pirate. I hope he can do so. Maybe he's still reloading. So you actually don't want to waste that much HP on this Inca if you have the crack shot anytime soon, I think. But of course it still does good damage. There we go. He was waiting for it. And now actually I think he should just be taking down the hero, because if you kill the Aztecs hero you won't get any more XP with it early on in any battles. We saw that Blackstar was working on this treasure, converting 1 pirate. I think it was protected by 3 pirates, yes. So that 1 pirate died, and then he will come back to it later, convert another, and later on take it. Nice addition, of course, this 235 coin. Early dock from GamePower. So that means he's probably going to put his town center over here, and if he is on time he can still herd both of these hunts towards his town center. Blackstar ages up early. That means I think he's waiting for the 700 wood. Oh, he gathers a lot of wood though. Not sure what his BO is going to be. Forward villages. Now herding this back. I'm not sure why Eric didn't use 1 villager to just herd this one towards his towards here. Now Blackstar is gonna herd it back, and yeah, I don't know why he didn't. Blackstar aged up fast. There we have Eric aging up. And where is the Inca? Okay, it's gonna be used here, and now he's gonna make a warhead somewhere over here. Why is the Inca not scouting this? You should be expecting this, especially if you see that this animal is was already shot at. He's scouting at home. And the Inca is idle. Come on, Eric. Use it and siege it. And a barracks going up. Does he have army shipments? Yes, he does. Of course, they can both go for sea. Eric actually going for 2 docks already. But that means that if Aztecs is going for Russian land, Eric will have a hard time holding this position with the barracks in the town center. I'm not sure why his hero is not doing any work. And now finally the Inca sees the warhead, but that's actually quite late. And he's not going to use it, but of course lose it versus the warhead fire. Eric seems a little bit off here, to be honest. Of course, if you make barracks, that means that the Aztecs guy is just going to make a ship Mesotin probably to defeat any crossbowman or musketeer you make. Of course, Portuguese also doesn't have 3 hussar shipments, so okay, he makes 2 pikemen. Three musketeers being made, and I think he has to call Madman soon. But of course, Blackstar, after he ships his pikemen to 4, 6, yeah, he shipped his pikemen. I think afterwards he will also use his 9 Maisel Tin, which of course can deal with any musketeers and Madmen from Eric. Of course, Eric still has 8 crossmen available as well, but the thing is, a warhead is shooting all the time, and the town center is not if there are no villages inside. So nice micro there targeting a low HP one, but it means that it's really hard for him to deal with this. Madman being called now. I think he's gonna pull back the pikemen. Microing, nice shooting, still one of them, and now trying to focus on the Mesoltins. But actually the Madmen, I'm not sure if he should have used them already, because there's no musketeers or crossmen around. You can't really do any much around this area. Okay, now we have musketeers. That's a 6 musketeer shipment. But Black again can still just ship. He hasn't even made a dock, so he can still just ship his 9 Mesoltin, which I think he will have to ship. And then he can just fight this off, and from there on, musketeers versus Mesoltin is not a good fight to take. Especially, unless Blackstar miss micros and loses 3 Mesoltins for nothing. 5 Mesoltins being made, and what is Blackstar doing? Of course, Eric still has the 8 crossmen available. Now using 18 town center fire. Not using his hero again because it is dead, of course. And there you see the Mesoltins, 9 being shipped. They completely just own the musketeers, so it doesn't really make sense to start with 1 Rex versus Aztecs, I would say. Of course, it's hard as well if you start with a stable, because an Aztecs is just going to make coyotes and pikemen. But, yeah. He has 2, 4, 6, 7. He's still making boats and gathering resources. So if he's going to add a stable, for example, with 700 wood or 600 wood, he can still make something out of it, but this is really, really hard. Some more pikemen being added, and there now he loses the town center. Eight crossmen being shipped there. But yeah, what are you gonna do about this? 8 crossmen, of course, have 2 more range. Oh, they have exactly the same range. They have the same range as a Mesoltin. This is... That's why Blackstar is going back, because he knows he needs some more units. Okay, so the game still goes on in that case, because Blackstar is not going on sea and Eric still has sea there. So he still can gather resources, he has gold available here, food on the sea. So this means the game is still going on. That means that he indeed added the stable of the 600 wood, or 700 wood, I guess. Going in for a raid now. And there we have a dock from Blackstar, so he will contest the sea of Eric soon. 3 villages will for sure die here if Eric micros this correctly. 2 going down there, the 3rd one, I think he should, well maybe, yes, one is alive. And then means he's gonna lose 1 hussar also, because he can't fight the coyotes and the pikemen. But that means he's gonna push out here, and Blackstar not paying attention actually, as well as I was not paying attention also. Of course, Mesoltins do a good job versus musketeers, but that means that you have to use them in their range and not fight musketeers in the same 12 range. Otherwise, the base damage of a musketeer, 23, will do a good job versus Mesoltins. So, 2 hussars lost, actually. That is one too many. He should have left one behind and run with the other 3. Or did this 1 hussar transport here somehow? Teleport here? I don't know. This dock is not being made for canoes, it seems. I mean for ships. I think it's going to be made for warships to attack the sea here, because also there's no defense here, no tower. If you take a look at the economy, I can't. Now I can. If I take a look at the economy, we see that the village count is even. But the economy is slightly going in favor of Eric. Probably because Blackstar is running out of food on land here. Has to go for berries a little bit. Has to walk a lot more with his villagers. Although he still has this herd over there, so should be okay-ish. Eric thinks he can push in again. Well, actually seeing this, he should be able to push in again. Of course, he still has the warhead, and I think he still has 5 coyotes shipment available. But this is tough. I'm not sure if Eric should take this. He's microing nicely back with the hussars, so not take too much damage. Microing low HP ones to the back, and you see that a lot of coyotes were following it. That's very nice. But in the end, the mess, of course, he still has the warhead doing so much damage versus 35 times 1.5 is 45 damage versus a hussar. So he will be able to kill the coyotes, but the question is, who has new units on the way? 5 coyotes coming out there. Yeah, there we have it. That means it's just going to own this battle. 5 hussars coming out, then he can turn the tide again. I guess he is not focusing on the pikemen. Making a market now, okay. Canoes being made, there you see it. But also 2 ships from Eric. So the fact that town center, I believe. Or did he also use them? Not sure actually. And more Mesoltins. It's 9 Mesoltin shipment now being there. These canoes with micro will own the ships, but I hope Eric's paying attention. Is he? No, he's not. He's just shooting. But he has to use his crack shot. No, he's not. He's losing his ship so fast. Ah, that's really bad. He's not using the broadside attack of this ship either. It will kill 1 cano or half kill 1 cano, but he's losing both ships. Both ships because he's busy on this side here. That sucks. Yeah, what are the hussars going to do? Okay, they're going to raid again, as well as the hussars. Okay, nice job raiding. But he really needs something like musketeers. He's going for a Neo Rex, and maybe he could go for an age up actually. I'm not sure. For example, with the food on the sea that he still has and shipping 700 coin. He's now getting a lot of coin. So I think he might be thinking about aging up. He's not able to match this mass yet, because there are a lot of coyotes and pikemen available. He will kill a few more villages, so good job there. Also forcing... well, actually he's probably gathering coin because he has no more food left. Oh, he does have food here. Wait, yeah, there's food still. Yeah, Eric is still raiding on, and Blackstar is trying to catch the raid with the coyotes and the pikemen. But with 3 more hussars, the funny thing is that actually Eric will be able to just kill this whole army. If he might... Eric, come on, pay attention. Okay, he was busy here, probably because the canoes were working on the dock. He's not having all ships in there. The hussars could take this, although it will not be very cost effective, but he could take it. But you don't want to do it because there will be units on the way, and... However, Blackstar will now get total control of the sea, and now we see GamePower making a tower there, but that's actually a little bit late. If the tower would be here earlier, he would have been able to gather all the time on his on the land, and now the ships will die, the boats will die, and the dock will die as well. And now we see him fighting off this group, but that is just very cost ineffective because they're now just too many, and yeah, that is losing all these hussars like that is actually something that can't happen. 700 coin being shipped. Is he thinking about aging up? He has 1300 resources, so I think he has to be thinking about aging up. But why do you make a tower when you lost already control of the sea? It doesn't make sense to me. You could better invest it in a tower near your base to defend, for example, and go for trading post even, instead of a tower there. Keep in mind, Blackstar still has the option to go for sea because he has the cards in his deck. And Eric's now going for a mill there. not taking any trading post, and yeah, I think it's just this is not the right strategy to me, it seems. But he killed a lot of villagers though. That's good with the raiding of him. Look at this. Oh wait, that's also a fishing boat that he lost. But look at this. Actually, it's equal in village count now. If he can age up, he can maybe still make something happen. But there's so many Mazeltins, they will quickly own the musketeers when the coyotes slow them down. And that's game over. So that means Blackstar will take this 3-1 BO5 here. So he will win this one-on-one tournament. Congrats to Blackstar for that. And and what I was about to say, oh yeah, last game Eric, I think he didn't go for the right strategy. If you go for Portuguese on C, then you should look at how Bonang does it, for example. I think that is much better. And also some of the engagement, yeah, at some point you had to, with the town center it's just, yeah, almost impossible actually to... Impossible is a big word, but you lose your town center if you put it like that near a warhead, which he actually didn't scout, so yeah. The map was not in his favor, of course. Well, of course, but he missed a hunt in the back, but so did Blackstar. Usually that map has one more hunt in the back, I think. But yep. So this is so that's over. Thank you all for watching, tuning in. I thought the final could be a little bit better, perhaps, but yeah. Blackstar did play it nice. The first games were the best, I think. And I hope to see you again for some other tournament. For example, Sunday we have a 2v2 tournament, also hosted by 71, also with a nice $120 prize money. And be sure to tune in for streaming then, and also to sign up for playing and participating in a 2-on-2.